Resolution 2505, which is rezoning property located on North Hill Road. And then the last thing from the chair is that Mr. Mayberry, our county property assessor, had asked to address the county legislative body. And if that there's not an objection, we're going to do that after the mayor's report and prior to the monthly committee reports. So is there an objection to that? Those are going to be added. Is there any other changes that need to be made to the agenda? Commissioner Clark.
I move we move the 2509 resolution to just before the committee reports.
Is there any objection to 2509 moving up right before the committee reports, which would be after Mr. Mayberry talks to us and then before the committee reports? So without objection, those are the changes that need to be made. The chair will now entertain a motion to approve the agenda as amended. Motion by Commissioner Chesser, second by Commissioner Giannakis. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The next item is the adoption of the minutes from the Monday, January 27th meeting. Those are included in your packet. Chair entertain a motion to approve. Motion approved by Commissioner Giannakis, second by Commissioner Chesser. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The chair is unaware of any special recognitions, memorials, or commendations. Does anything need to be brought up? The next item is elections, appointments, and confirmations. I'm not aware of any elections. Anybody? Appointments, confirmations. First is notaries. We have 8 notaries. Peggy Bowles, Loranda Borja, Jennifer Jacob, Casey King, Amanda McCree, Marlo Roscoe, Taylor Springer, and James Tanner. Those are the 8 names that are being put before you to be approved as notaries. Chair will entertain a motion to approve. Motion approved by Commissioner Barnhill, second by Commissioner Thomason. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Keith Nash.
Yes.
Devin Pickard.
Yes.
Matthew Barnhill.
Yes.
Clay Chester.
Yes.
Danny Clark.
Yes.
Todd Collins.
Yes.
Wayne Thomason.
Yes.
Steve Giannakis.
Yes.
Dusty Jordan.
Yes.
Ron Mayberry.
Yes.
Wiley McNair.
Yes.
Ron Puckett.
Yes.
Ricky Murray.
Yes.
13 yes, 1 absent.
13 yes, 1 absent. Does any commissioner wish to change his or her vote?
13 yes, 1 absent.
The notaries are approved. Other appointments and confirmations. Commissioner Giannakis.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a nomination for the industrial board. I have 2 individuals, one from the 4th District, Jackson Beckham from 4570 General Forest Circle. It's in my district. Then an at-large, Taylor Nash at 9876 McFarland Road.
So we have 2 names that have been placed, nominated for the Industrial Development Board. One is for fill a vacant 4th District position, that is Mr. Jason Beckham, and the other is to fill a vacant at-large position, Taylor Nash. Any other nominations for any of those? We still have 2 vacancies there, one at-large and one as the 2nd District. So we still need a couple more. Any other nominations? If not, the chair will entertain a motion to approve those 2. Motion by Commissioner Mayberry, second by Commissioner Jordan. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? I don't believe we have any bonds to approve tonight. I don't think that's. Next item is communications from the county mayor. County mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I don't have much tonight. As you know, I spent a week in Washington DC with, the South Central Human Resource. I went up there with them for our National Head Start program, which we have one here in Hickman County. We talked about federal funding. That's how they're all operated, so everything's good on that front. Even though I know there was a small scare with, the executive order that was signed by the president. But everything inside the American borders, we assured that would still get funded, such as Medicaid, Medicare, and our National Head Start. So, Mr. Chairman, that's about all I have.
Did we had was there not an issue in regards to?
May I yield the floor to our county attorney?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, I just received an email that changes the deal we were discussing, and so I'm not recommending that we move forward tonight.
Okay. So, in the interest of everyone understanding that there was there has been some, help me out there, attorney.
There's a settlement framework that we've been negotiating with the Boone Creek Plumbing interests on Slayton Avenue, and I believe that we were 95% of the way there and was gonna seek approval for the mayor to proceed. But I just got an email from our trial attorneys that changes the deal in a way that I don't think the commission would find acceptable, and so I'm recommending we not proceed with that discussion and motion tonight.
And again, just for, this is an issue that has been originated, it's been kind of festering in the planning commission for, goodness gracious, 10 months, easy. And it had gotten to the point where the county had filed suit. I think most people are aware of that. And so we thought we had a settlement as of 17 minutes
10 minutes ago, yeah.
So it appears that framework is not there. So I'm assuming, attorney, that we're going to be moving forward with the suit.
Well, we'll be rejecting their latest settlement, and if they don't get back in line with where we were, that would have been acceptable, then we'll have to proceed with the lawsuit.
Mr. Chairman, I yield.
Thank you. Anything else? Any questions for the mayor? The next item is Mr. Mayberry. Delton. Now, Delton did tell me earlier that he was prepared to come up here and write everybody individual checks to supplement
Absolutely.
tonight.
If the commission will sign them, all right. I really appreciate the courtesy extended to me to speak to y'all, not being on the agenda. Due to personal reasons, I'm announcing my retirement. June the 30th will be my last day. It has been an honor to serve the people of Hickman County. I've been very privileged to serve the people of Hickman County. I want to give y'all this much notice so that y'all can be studying on who to put in there, and it'd be beneficial to the office to have somebody ready to step in July 1. I'd be willing to work with them. In my opinion, they need to have part of the budget process, if possible, because it's going to be their budget. It's not going to be my budget. So I just wanted to put this to you tonight so you'd have 4 months to mull it over.
I'm just kidding. Mr. Mayberry, there's not a lot of time that people come up here and say stuff that kind of,
Do what?
there's not very often that somebody comes up here and says something that just has me taken aback a bit. So, it's 6:19. We're gonna take a 5-minute recess, and then we'll pick it back up with that particular resolution. Don't you move. Recess for 5 minutes.
tell anybody when I do this here tonight, use a few reps.
Well, why?
No.
All right, I appreciate the indulgence of everybody here. That was obviously something that we had not anticipated. Anybody else got any more bombs you want to drop tonight before we get going? There's still water flowing in the Duck River, okay? We're good there. And traffic's still going back and forth on Highway 100 between here and Nashville, so we're good. Dale, goodness gracious, thank you very much. Hey, you're going to be missed, my friend. You're going to be missed a lot. Next item is Resolution 2509. It's regarding House Bill 0205 and Senate Bill 0278 to ensure preservation of the Duck River and various creeks. I do not have the final copy, but I think every commissioner here has signed on to this. But the two commissioners of record are the first two, which would be Commissioner Mayberry and Commissioner Collins. Do either of you wish to speak to this? Commissioner Mayberry.
Most of us forget that our Duck River is the most biodiverse river in North America. It runs through our entire county. It's a critical natural resources for our county's residents and the environment and the economy. As a scenic river, this could bring some economic dollars for tourism, and I hope you'll pass this.
Mr. Collins.
Yeah, I think it's very important that we send a message that we want our water left alone. Everybody else has made a stand up and down, north and south of us. It's time for us to make the same thing, so I urge everybody to support this.
Are there any other comments in regards to Resolution 2509? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Keith Nash,
Yes.
David Pickard,
Yes.
Matthew Barnhill,
Yes.
Clay Chester,
Yes.
Danny Clark,
Yes.
Todd Collins,
Yes.
Wayne Thompson,
Yes.
Steve Janakis,
Yes.
Dusty Jordan,
Yes.
Ron Mayberry,
Yes.
Wiley McNair,
Yes.
Ron Puckett,
Yes.
Ricky Murray.
Yes.
13 yes, 1 absent.
13 yes, 1 absent. Does any commissioner wish to change his or her vote?
13 yes, 1 absent.
Resolution 2509 is adopted. The next order of business is our monthly committee reports. The first is the Planning Commission. I know that Commissioner Calicott is not here. Commissioner Clark is going to be answering any of those questions for that committee.
Well, the first thing I want to say, since Claude's not here to say it, and I know he would, is to remind everybody that we're still in the throes of the land use plan. That the first meeting is tomorrow night at, and I don't know where it's at because I don't have that paper in front of me, but I urge everybody to attend those. That's as important as anything we've done here tonight, and I urge you to participate in it. The other piece of business that I would like to talk to y'all about is the rezoning that got deferred back to the Planning Commission so that we could have further discussion on it. The Planning Commission sent forth the same recommendation, is to pass that zoning change on the North Lake Cherry. North Tittle, excuse me. And after that, I didn't sit through the Planning Commission meeting prepared to make a report. I will field any questions though.
Any questions from the Planning Commission? Commissioner Jordan?
Probably need to find out where the location is.
Well, I'm going to tell you, those meetings, I'm going to give you those meetings, spots right now. February 25th, from 6 to 8 at the East Hickman Community Center. February 27th, from 6 to 8 at the Pinewood Church of Christ. March the 4th at the Justice Center, this room. And March the 6th, from 6 to 8 at the Shady Grove Community Center. So those are the same locations as before. I think the turnout was pretty doggone good last time, everybody was very pleased, a lot of input from a lot of folks. And we would love for everybody to show up and kind of see where we're at, so. Again, this is, Danny, I mean, what do we say, we're probably getting close to 55, 60% of the way through this project.
Yeah,
So
so
you're gonna-
we're over half.
Yeah, so you're gonna be able to see some stuff coming out now, so. I'll make sure that these get on the meeting calendar. Anything else from planning commission?
This land use plan, it's not necessarily the Bible, but it does set the tone as we go forward, as people come in and ask for zoning changes, it does set the tone of what we will and won't do. So, this is your chance to have input on what the tone of the planning commission is gonna be in the legislative body going forward as it pertains to zoning changes mostly. Thank you.
Solid Waste Committee.
Committee did meet, the notes are in your packet. Answer any questions you might have.
Any questions for solid waste? Health, safety, and properties.
Well, that's me again, and it was a reasonably uneventful meeting that I'll take any questions that were really, other than hearing from the department heads and the elected officials on their departments, there wasn't a lot to it.
Any questions for health, safety, and properties? Finance Committee.
We did meet, minutes are in your packet, would like to, make a motion that the financial summary be approved for, what was it, last month? January.
Have a motion by Commissioner Jordan to approve the financial summary dated January 2025. Second by Commissioner Giannakis. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Keith Nash.
Yes.
David Pickard.
Yes.
Matthew Barnhill.
Yes.
Clay Chester.
Yes.
Danny Clark.
Yes.
Todd Collins.
Yes.
Wayne Thompson.
Yes.
Steve Janakis.
Yes.
Dusty Jordan.
Yes.
Ron Mayberry.
Yes.
Wiley McNair.
Yes.
Ron Puckett.
Yes.
Ricky Murray.
Yes.
13 yes, 1 absent.
13 yes, 1 absent. Does any commissioner wish to change his or her vote?
13 yes, 1 absent.
Finance summary is approved. Anything else?
Yes, also in the minutes in the packet was the amendment to the fund balance. All of us have seen it, it's in there. I think we approved it a couple meetings ago. If not, in case you remember, we do need to go ahead and approve. It's been approved in budget, it's been approved in finance. And it's in the minutes, so if it's in the minutes, it's.
Would you like to go ahead and just to make, we can seal this real quick, to
Yeah.
make a motion to approve, second by Commissioner Giannakis. Any discussion on updating and improving of those fund balances? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Keith Nash.
Yes.
Devin Pickard.
Yes.
Matthew Barnhill.
Yes.
Clay Chester.
Yes.
Danny Clark.
Yes.
Todd Collins.
Yes.
Wayne Thompson.
Yes.
Steve Janakis.
Yes.
Dusty Jordan. Ron Mayberry.
Yes.
Wiley McNair.
Yes.
Ron Puckett.
Yes.
Ricky Murray.
Yes.
13 yes, 1 absent.
13 yes, 1 absent. Does any commissioner wish to change his or her vote?
13 yes, 1 absent.
Fund balances are approved. Anything else?
That's all.
Any questions for the Finance Committee? Budget Committee.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We did meet, and the minutes are in your packet. I do have 8 budget amendments I'd like to put forth. I'm gonna group some of these amendments together. So for the Sheriff's Department, we have 2542 in the amount of $12,500. This is for moving some funds inside the budget. 2543 in the amount of $19,000. This is some additional supplements and grants. 2549 in the amount of $12,488.74. This is insurance recovery. I'd like to put these 3 budget amendments, and make a motion to put these budget amendments.
Have a motion by Commissioner Giannakis to approve 2542, 2543, and 2549. Second by Commissioner Mayberry. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Keith Nash.
Yes.
David Pickard.
Yes.
Matthew Barnhill.
Yes.
Clay Chester.
Yes.
Danny Clark.
Yes.
Todd Collins.
Yes.
Wayne Thompson.
Yes.
Steve Janakis.
Yes.
Dusty Jordan.
Yes.
Ron Mayberry.
Yes.
Wally McNair.
Yes.
Ron Puckett.
Yes.
Ricky Murray.
Yes.
13 yes, 1 absent.
13 yes, 1 absent. Does any commissioner wish to change his or her vote?
13 yes, 1 absent.
Those 3 budget amendments are approved. Commissioner Gianakis.
Next, 2 budget amendments. First one is for EMS 2544 in the amount of $7,000. This is to purchase a vehicle. 2545 in the amount of $12,000. This is for EMA. This is the sale of property and purchase of a vehicle. And I make a motion to approve these budget amendments.
Have a motion by Commissioner Gianakis to approve budget amendments 2544 and 2545, second by Commissioner Mayberry. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Keith Nash.
Yes.
Devin Pickard.
Yes.
Matthew Barnhill.
Yes.
Clay Chester.
Yes.
Danny Clark.
Yes.
Todd Collins.
Yes.
Wayne Thompson.
Yes.
Steve Janakis.
Yes.
Dusty Jordan.
Yes.
Ron Mayberry.
Yes.
Wiley McNair.
Yes.
Ron Puckett.
Yes.
Ricky Murray.
Yes.
13 yes, 1 absent.
13 yes, 1 absent. Does any commissioner wish to change his or her vote?
13 yes, 1 absent.
2544 and 2545 are approved. Commissioner Gianakis.
The next 2 budget amendments is 2546 in the amount of $98,592. This is for solid waste, and this is a recycling grant. 2547 in the amount of $719,198.03 for solid waste. And this is for the budget for the East Convenience Center enhancements. I make a motion to approve these 2 budget amendments.
Have a motion by Commissioner Gianakis to approve budget amendment 2546 and 2547, second by Commissioner Jordan. Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Keith Nash.
Yes.
Devin Pickard.
Yes.
Matthew Barnhill.
Yes.
Clay Chester.
Yes.
Danny Clark.
Yes.
Todd Collins.
Yes.
Wayne Thompson.
Yes.
Steve Janakis.
Yes.
Dusty Jordan.
Yes.
Ron Mayberry.
Yes.
Wiley McNair.
Yes.
Ron Puckett.
Yes.
Ricky Murray.
Yes.
13 yes, 1 absent.
Does any commissioner wish to change his or her vote?
13 yes, 1 absent.
2546 and 47 are approved. Commissioner Gianakis.
Last budget amendment is 2548 in the amount of $16,779.87. This is for the school. This is the budget for the TCAT. I make a motion to approve this budget amendment.
Have a motion by Commissioner Gianakis to approve budget amendment 2548, second by Commissioner Pickard. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Keith Nash.
Yes.
Devin Pickard.
Yes.
Matthew Barnhill.
Yes.
Clay Chester.
Yes.
Danny Clark.
Yes.
Todd Collins.
Yes.
Wayne Thompson.
Yes.
Steve Janakis.
Yes.
Dusty Jordan.
Yes.
Ron Mayberry.
Yes.
Wiley McNair.
Yes.
Ron Puckett.
Yes.
Ricky Murray.
Yes.
13 yes, 1 absent.
13 yes, 1 absent. Does any commissioner wish to change his or her vote?
13 yes, 1 absent.
2548 is approved. Anything else on the budget committee?
The only other thing is that we approved the budget schedule that will start next month, and that is in your packets as well. I yield.
Any questions for the budget committee? Health Foundation. Agricultural Extension Committee.
Well, I'm gonna announce some good news for my office. Holden Cornett, that left my office in January, is coming back soon because he got the USDA letter that he no longer had a position. So all that cuts, so that's good for us. And March 27th will be our next meeting, if you want to get that on the calendar, Dusty. Thank you.
What time is that at?
5:30 at my office.
Public Records Committee. Did not meet. Economic and Community Development.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Would you introduce yourself, please?
I can't tell you how many times I almost said, all in favor, yes, you know, yes, I was voting back here. But thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening, Commissioners. My status report, my monthly status report is in the packet, but what we want to talk about tonight is not in the report. We have some promising news. I come before you tonight to urge your support for an updated interlocal agreement between the city and the county that will reset our joint economic development board. And by the way, that document is before you. It's a 2-page stapled document. As you may know, having an active and recognized joint board is essential not only for our 3-star certification and for 3-star grants, but it is essential for any grant. Striking this interlocal agreement is not just a procedural step. It is a state requirement that ensures that our county remains eligible for grants, things that will help enhance community services, economic development, as well as help build our infrastructure. So for the past month, a group of us, Mayor Bates, Attorney Mecklenburg, Crystal, myself, and a few other stakeholders, we have worked diligently to restate a few things in the older agreement to create a cleaner and clearer path forward. So just last Tuesday, I met with Mayor Jacobs to review this agreement and to get his thoughts and his input. And it was a great meeting. Mayor Jacobs was gracious, he was open-minded, and he definitely understood the importance, given his experience, the importance of having this board and its connection for eligibility for state grants. Now, he had a couple tweaks, and we made them on Wednesday. We got the document back to him on Thursday, and he's now running with it to get his process going on his side. So time is of the essence here. You see, our deadline to get this agreement up to the state is March 31st. Now, Mayor Jacobs shared that his process is going to include several things. He's got to talk, of course, with his attorney. He has to speak with the Joint Board Association to see if any of these members want to continue to move with this new document in this new vein. By the way, that's page 2, paragraph 4. If you want to take a quick look at the names that we've served up. And he's going to have some opportunity to share with them to see if they would like to continue. And finally, he needs approval of what he calls a resolution of support from his alderman. That meeting is March 11th. So, you see, we have a deadline at March 31st. The aldermen meet on March 11th. And Mayor Jacobs asked that I be there to answer questions or field any questions that the alderman may have. But again, honoring his process. So here's where you all come in. While this document has not been fully executed, and because there may be just a few tweaks, some changes he may come back with, maybe a name might change on the committee list. But what I'm asking for, what we're asking for, is for you all to vote yes on where we are in this process for our side. So this way, when Mayor Jacobs' team, and he's ready to move forward, we can move quickly without delay. So again, March 11th is his alderman meeting, and I'm hopeful, I'm optimistic that by the 12th or 13th, we can do our signing and get this up to the state and give them time to look at it. I told Mayor Jacobs I'll drive by the office and pick it up and bring him a sandwich and anything else he can want. To pick it up literally a day or two after all the meeting, and I am very hopeful that will happen. So I respectfully ask for your vote, again, your vote yes, to approve this interlocal agreement as we are, so we can move forward without any hesitation or any delay when the time comes. Thank you for your time and your leadership. Any questions or commentary, Commissioner?
Any questions for Ms. Moore? The chair would like to recognize, excuse me, Commissioner Jordan.
You said there may be some tweaks to this,
Yes,
so we're approving something we don't know what it is.
well, that's what we're asking. And here's why, again, we believe this document is solid, it's mutually beneficial. Mayor Jacobs feels good about it. He just has to go through, work with his team. And yeah, there might be a name or two that gets changed, but that's a small tweak. But this document is quite, again, solid. And again, the tweaks we anticipate will be small.
I'm sorry. Is that it?
I still have the floor.
Yeah, you did.
So you said a name or two might change, you mean like on
Yes.
the board, is that all you see? Foresee change?
When I tell you, I mean this. Yes. Mayor Jacobs, again, when he read through it, we read it together. We went paragraph to paragraph. And in fact, his tweaks that he wanted me to, of course, to take back to our team actually helped further refine this document. So the sense that I got in our discussion, there was a sense that we were moving forward together on this. And the reason why those names may change, maybe one or two, we got to give them an opportunity to see if they want to move forward in this new streamlined structure. No, good question.
So what you're saying is the only thing that you foresee changing would be a name or two of the membership of the board.
That is.
Nothing else and nothing else.
That is what I absolutely anticipate. But I will say this. We do have another legislative body meeting, March 24th. And of course, by that time, it will be, we believe, a fully executed document. But that leaves little room for the state to look at it and maybe have any commentary about it or any notes to get us to March 31st. And by the way, that March 31st was a request for an extension. It was actually due last month. Oh, it actually ended this month. But she knows we were working through some things. So yes, could we have something that may be significant? Then we would know to hold that. And I'd be right back here on March 24th in front of you with the fully executed document. What we're asking for is, up until now, in this process, that you do say yes, so that on the 11th, when the Auburn meeting, we can have this back up to the state mid-month. Give them time to review, and give us a yes, and we have it in the cushion. But if something significant changes, we could come back March 24th. But we'll be close. We'll be close.
And it's all the questions that you had, Commissioner Jordan, are those the good ones.
Mm-hmm.
And just so that you understand, some of these folks that are on here by name are there as a result of a position that they had within another organization.
And that's fine.
And so they needed to go back and make sure that their organization were okay with them being on that particular, on this thing. And so that's kind of the last bit of that question. But I think that whatever happens here tonight, the motion would be to approve of this, giving approval to the mayor to sign on to this unless there's a substantive change. And it'll be at his discretion whether that substantive change is there. And if not, we'll still have March 24th to come back and we can address that. But somebody had to say uncle first, and we chose it to be us, and that now it's going over to the city for them to take a final look. And I'll congratulate Ms. Moore and Mayor Jacobs and Mayor Bates for really putting their heads together and making sure that we had a document that was consistent with state law and will move the county forward. Commissioner Pickard.
Could you quickly explain the weight of the importance of getting this done and what happens if it were not to get done?
Thank you. There is Tennessee statute, little law, that says no county can apply for any grant, not just 3-star certification, not just 3-star certification grants, nor not just economic development grants. To our understanding at this point, any grant, TDOT, TDEC, Department of Education, Agriculture, Health, and the Health Department, we would have to sit out for 2 years because 3-star certification is a 2-year play. And I'd like to just refine that a bit. This year's three-star certification has an expansion, first time ever. It's gone from 50,000 in grant availability to 250,000. We could virtually ask for 50, and it's normally been 50, right? We could ask for a $50,000 grant for a project, finish the project, and go back again. Ask for another 50. Finish the project, go back again. It's actually quite expansive. And I want to just dribble back, just to give an example. One of the members that we've hand selected was Marsha from Chamber of Commerce. Marsha said, Carl, I'd love to, but I need to go to my board to see if I can get permission to sit on this. It's one of those. So, again, we think it won't be substantive, but if it is, we'll be back March 24th. Thank you for that.
Anything else of economic community development? Commissioner McNair?
Yes, I just had sort of a question. When do we know that the deadline was last month with an extension till end of next month?
So as I started preparing our three-star certification process, that's when it came out. That's when I saw the checklist that said deadline for counties was February. And that was my first look at this, and I said, okay, we have a little quick work to do. And we're moving, we got it done. And the beauty is, again, Mayor Jacobs has seen this, and he feels good about it. He feels like it's mutually beneficial. But he has to go back to his team too. And again, guys, it's just a couple of weeks. But I'll be there, it's March 11th, Alderman, for what he calls a resolution of support. When he gets it, we can cut and run without delay.
That's all I have.
Yes,
That's all I have. I'm done.
thank you.
Commissioner Clark?
I was prepared to make a motion on the lawsuit that was mentioned earlier. The framework had been worked out until the attorney got the email that it didn't. And it would have been the same thing, and I'm gonna make that motion now. I move we approve the signing of this, barring no substantive changes to it. And should that occur, I trust in the mayor and the attorney not to sign it.
A motion by Commissioner Clark to approve the signing of the interlocal agreement. Commissioner Collins seconded it. Any other discussion? No substantive change. Bill, and I apologize, he's still a little shy up here.
Substantive is a big word.
A lot of letters, Stacy, a lot of letters.
Roll call vote. Roll call vote.
Keith Knapp.
Yes.
Devin Pickard.
Yes.
Matthew Barnhill.
Yes.
Clay Chester.
Yes.
Danny Clark.
Yes.
Todd Collins.
Yes.
Wayne Thompson.
Yes.
Steve Janakis.
Yes.
Dusty Jordan.
Yes.
Ron Mayberry.
Yes.
Wiley McNair.
Yes.
Ron Puckett.
Yes.
Ricky Murray.
Yes.
13 yes, 1 absent.
13 yes, 1 absent. Does any commissioner wish to change his or her vote?
13 yes, 1 absent.
You have the approval.
Thank you all, commissioners. And that is it. Thank you.
It was nice to see you, Miss Moore.
Nice to be here. Nice to be seen.
Board of Zoning Appeals.
Stop it.
The industrial board did not have a quorum. Opioid Settlement Committee. Mayor, who's on that now?
Oh, Lord.
Who's gonna report on that now?
Crystal, would you like to?
Do I want to report?
Hey, don't sweat it, man.
We did meet on February 11th, and we just went over some of the prior contracts that the MOUs that we were going, that had been approved. We are still working on some of those, trying to get those out. CASA had an amendment that they asked to amend, and also Bernard, both amendments were approved, and the minutes are in your packet.
Any questions for the Opioid Settlement Committee? Animal Shelter Advisory Committee. See Ms. Becky here. Are there any other committee or board reports? Chair entertain a motion that all these minutes be entered into the minutes of this meeting. Motion by Commissioner Giannakis, second by Commissioner Mayberry. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? There have been some changes to the meeting schedule that we've already discussed. We'll get that updated. Does anybody else have any other changes to the meeting schedule they want to bring up? We'll get to it. Unfinished business. Last month, Resolution 2505 was postponed to this meeting. It is rezoning property located at 10,004 North Hill Road in Mount Aqua, Tennessee, from A1 agriculture to R1 suburban residential district. As Commissioner Clark did say, this was reheard in front of the planning and zoning, and there was there's quite a few folks there. They had good questions. I think all their questions were satisfactorily answered, and they did have some good questions. So it was good that we did that. It really kind of set aside any communication issues. Any discussion on 2505? The sponsors are Commissioner Clark and Commissioner Giannakis. Seeing none, roll call vote.
Keith Nash.
Yes.
David Pickard.
Yes.
Matthew Barnhill.
Yes.
Clay Chester.
Yes.
Danny Clark.
Yes.
Todd Collins.
Yes.
Wayne Thompson.
Yes.
Steve Janakis.
Yes.
Dusty Jordan.
Yes.
Ron Mayberry.
Yes.
Wiley McNair.
Yes.
Ron Puckett.
Yes.
Ricky Murray.
Yes.
13 yes, 1 absent.
13 yes, 1 absent. Does any commissioner wish to change his or her vote?
13 yes, 1 absent.
2505 is approved. Under new business, resolution 2508 is to close and delete portion of a road on the official county road list in Hickman County, Tennessee. The sponsors are Commissioner Mayberry and Commissioner Jordan. Do either of you wish to speak to this?
I will. Dusty might have something to add. The man on both sides of the road wants it closed. It went through the road commission and they approved the closure of it. It's just there for us. I'm not talking about that section of the road that we're closing, but in 2010, when the flood came, the previous owner allowed emergency traffic to come and go through his entire farm. This man said he would allow that to happen if that was needed again for emergency traffic. Did I miss anything, Commissioner Jordan?
I believe you got it.
Any questions? Roll call vote.
Keith Nash.
Yes.
Devin Pickard.
Yes.
Matthew Barnhill.
Yes.
Clay Chester.
Yes.
Danny Clark.
Yes.
Todd Collins.
Yes.
Wayne Thompson.
Yes.
Steve Janakis.
Yes.
Dusty Jordan.
Yes.
Ron Mayberry.
Yes.
Wiley McNair.
Yes.
Ron Puckett.
Yes.
Ricky Murray.
Yes.
13 yes, 1 absent.
Does any commissioner wish to change his or her vote?
13 yes, 1 absent.
Resolution 2508 is adopted. Is there any other business that needs to be brought before this body? Are there any announcements or statements? Mayor Bates.
Not Commissioner. Under a special appointment, sir, I did forget because I was dealing with this other thing in the time being. For the opioid board, I did have 2 resignations on that board. I have talked to Reverend Jim Melrose. I would like to place him on the opioid board. And Ms. Carla Moore resigned from the opioid board as a commissioner. So if any of the commissioners are interested, I will take you on. So, but Jim Melrose is gonna sit in the Reverend's place, so.
Okay, very good. Does that need to require a vote? It's not,
It does, I looked at the bylaws. He appoints, y'all approve.
so a Reverend
Jim Melrose.
Jim Melrose to the opioid board. Is there do I have a motion to approve? Motion approved by Commissioner Clark, second by Commissioner Thomason. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Anything else? Then the chair would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
There we go.
Because you would have not really heard me back on the boat. But you're on fucking on the bus.
I went there and did that for the district budget. We never do that.
I live so far away, it's a 30-minute drive.
It's 1 hour
Yeah.
round trip.
Round trip, yeah.
Have a good one.
So we'll see where that goes. Yeah, I'll be Yeah. Hi, Steve.
How are you? Hey, pretty good, pretty good.